Mustard, security, we got a cold black.
Yeah, I've met loads of people in university like, oh, I don't identify myself as a feminist because I think that's a bit too extreme.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as being like an extreme feminist. Obviously, like, feminism in itself, this is the thing, right? I think feminism comes as like a derogatory kind of term. Everyone thinks it's like dirty. Do you know what I mean? Like,
People use this
like, oh, like, you get it, like, oh, you're a feminist. Oh, you're liberal Muslim. You're a feminist. Oh, you're a feminist.
Yeah.
People are ashamed to put it on their bio. They don't want to claim it. That's why I think it's got like some negative connotations to it. Like, oh, like feminism doesn't like go with my religion, or I don't identify. Get it? So like, let's start there. Like,
you can cuss. You can cuss.
That is something.
Oh, I don't really cuss in my everyday life.
Oh,
So yeah, let's start from there.
Yeah. That's
Why do people
actually
think that it's negative? Like, why people like, oh, like, people scared to be like, oh, no, I'm not feminist. Get it? Like,
100%.
It's
Sorry.
Oh, never mind. It's like everything, like leading up to where women are now, it hasn't been handed to us, you know. No one made the rules and just put women into consideration. Like, oh, we're going to vote. What do the women think? Women have to say, well, we need a vote as well. It's just all the rules, all the things, you know, people don't involve women. It's like the men just do things for themselves, and then the women have to make the extra effort to say, well, we need to be included as well. And like the whole, oh, I don't identify as a feminist, that's a bullshit, because it's mostly like pressure from other people. Like, they don't want to be seen as a feminist. Like
it's negative. Like, it's negative. Do you know what I mean?
You hate men, or you think all men should die, or, you know.
Don't you think one of the reasons why feminism isn't taken as serious is because of like some of the feminists that go too far on certain things? So, for example, some of them might do some random walks naked in town. You know, them type of ones there. Like, or they might just do some mad things like they'll burn some mad shit. But
where?
Freedom.
Yeah.
Like America, you see that a lot in America.
Those are like entitled, privileged white women. Let's be real now. They're mostly white women. They don't need feminism. Like, they want it, I get it, but they don't need it. Whereas people actually need it, and I do feel like they are ruining it for people in that sense. Like, smearing menstrual blood on like people's bathrooms. Like, what is that?
At what point does that make?
Wait,
they actually do that.
Yeah. And like write stuff in menstrual blood, or like just let it drip all over
like
the
free, what is it? The free bleeding. What's that?
Bleeding.
Free
Why
bleeding,
would you
like
want to free bleed on your clothes? That does not make
in
sense.
public, like I get that. I think that does take away from the seriousness of other people. Like, such cases in Africa where feminism is needed.
Feminism, because back home, like the rights that women have is like abysmal. So obviously,
don't get twisted. That certain country, I think it's Rwanda, that are doing very well in terms of like women's rights in their country.
But there's so few.
But then they are a leading example. Innit? They are the leading example.
But like, if someone stopped you in the streets and asked you like, "Oh, are you a feminist?" What would you say? You start stuttering. No, you're just like,
if you put an S in front of anything, like, you sound like a dickhead.
Maybe that's why. Maybe the name itself, But I genuinely, I think every guy I know personally in my family, like guys, friends, and that, they are actually feminists. They just don't know it.
Yeah.
Because if I ask you, like, do you deserve like, do you think that women deserve equal rights? You'd think women, you'd be like, yeah, they do, because you have female friends, you have mothers.
You have family members, of course.
That makes you feminist.
Yeah.
Like, people don't want
Wait, can I say one thing?
Okay, personally, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the way it's packaged is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Because the reality is that, okay, we all agree on the same thing, but the fact that title of it is fucking shit.
Can I say one thing here? Like, coming back to what you said like, because you have female friends or family, that shouldn't be the reason why you believe people deserve rights. Everyone deserves rights, period, innit? You know what I'm saying?
All lives matter, bro. Come on.
And the thing is,
all lives matter. But carry on.
I feel like men in general, the value women have to them is like measured by your proximity to men. Like, people back home, people will look at you and be like, oh, I can't disrespect her because she's married. She has a husband, you know.
I can't talk to her because I know her brother.
But if I'm single and you see me, I'm probably more likely to be disrespected because I'm no one's wife. You know what I mean? You don't know I don't have a brother. I'm no one's sister. So it's like, people measure like value based on your proximity to them. Like, oh, she's my mom, she's my sister, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're not related to them, it's like
Whatever, yeah.
you could die. I don't care,
Exactly.
you know. But it's like nothing will change unless people see women as people. Like, you deserve respect because you're a person, not because you're my
100.
sister or you're my mom or you're my niece or whatever, you know. And like, feminism is feminism. I think it's definitely here to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, you started from somewhere. It really doesn't matter what men think, unfortunately.
100.
It really doesn't matter what you guys think, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Like, there shouldn't be jobs women can't apply to because they're women. There shouldn't be places women can't go because they're women, except the men's section in Moscow.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that.
And
That was
like,
good.
even within feminism, like, you have different
Levels,
classes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Everyone-
white feminism.
Isn't it like people? A lot of people say that everyone has their own definition of
It's
feminism, right?
subjective, that's it, that's
Exactly.
right.
So
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
like, for someone living in Nigeria, like, as a Nigerian, I can tell you at least 100 things on my list for feminism.
Yeah.
Girls need to go to school. Girls need access to menstrual products. Girls need access to sexual education. Girls need access to contraception. Girls, in some places, you don't get contraception unless you have a wedding ring or unless you come with your husband. Exactly. You can walk into a booth right now and get contraception. But the judgment is so bad. Like, even girls my age, my friends, if they need contraception, they have to go on with a wedding ring or say that they're married or something like
Yeah.
that. Because no one's going to attend to you. You know, there's a long list. And there's white feminism.
Did you see that video recently? Like, I think I seen this video on Twitter recently where I'm not sure if it was Nigeria, but there was these group of girls that were going to a school and they were told to like take their scarves off or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that
Is that in Nigeria as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen that recently.
Yeah.
Also, I've got a question for you, Abdia. Did you just say earlier how you know how you were talking about how Rwanda's amazing in terms of their female rights and
Yeah.
stuff? I think are you talking about how they incorporate like 50% women in their parliaments for or is it in general like their rights are amazing?
No, I'm not saying that the rights are like I'm not too sure about that, but
Yeah.
I do know that politically that they have
Yeah.
over 50% of women in their politics.
And even young people, yeah.
Even young people, and like that, like I think the oldest person there is like 60, and then
Yeah.
the youngest is like 25 or something.
I think
So you have a huge demographic of women that are able to make political changes.
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah, I do think that female rights in that country is substantially better than most others, and just because of the people that they have in power. So I'm assuming that politically that they could do the trickle down effects of like feminism in that sense.
Yeah.
100,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hope that's the case.
Most African countries are just like 70-year-old men.
Yeah,
Are like traditionalists.
80
Yeah,
to
exactly.
85.
Exactly, and like
I mean, people like,
and then again, like Rwanda's in like a unique situation where they had a huge genocide. A lot of people
Yeah.
have died in that country,
Yeah.
and women have to pick up the pieces for that, and
Yeah.
they have done that for themselves.
yeah.
And that's good in the sense of that, okay, they've built an economy for themselves, they've
Yeah.
built a culture for themselves and stuff like that. But obviously, I don't.
Yeah, you don't know much about that.
I don't know.
exactly.
Like, I don't, and that's it. As a man, you never know
Because we don't really pay attention to it most of the time.
What is supposed to pay attention to, bro? I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm literally
Do you think feminism though would have more male supporters if the definition of feminism
I think it's all
was more
packaging.
like
It's packaging. It's when you get branded. It's when you get branded.
No, but that's the thing. You can't package feminism to make it appealing to men, because it doesn't matter
It's
how
not
much
about you.
packaging
Yeah.
and rebranding. There are people who think feminism is like some hostile takeover.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, like, I'm your equal. I can lift the car because you can lift the car. That's some bullshit. Like, we're not equal because we're not the same.
We're not trying to say we want to.
You know,
but in
but
men's
what-
Olympics, we want to
yeah.
race against men as well.
But we're
It's
equal
about
in our
that.
value, and that's what people don't get. Like, back home, there's so much resistance against feminism. Like,
They
They're good, doesn't
feel
that stuff,
threatened by it, which
But doesn't that
is
stuff
probably.
start at home, though? Like,
Yeah, obviously, literally, it starts at home.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
how you
like-
raise a son.
and like, it's so sad because, like, you can feel how, like, people here are more accepting of feminism, and women here are most often, like, in better situations. But women back home, like, in our country, like,
Yeah.
they're in such a shit place, and it's the men who are just like, we don't need feminism, especially the Muslim men.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Islam has given you feminism,
Yeah.
you know, but
Well, no, people say like, oh, but you don't need feminism because you have Islam. Well, technically, they coexist in Islam. Feminism coexists with Islam. Like,
exactly. And
Islam fundamentally is a
it's
feminist
a feminist religion,
because
in my opinion.
yeah, exactly. Because when you look at feminism, it doesn't mean like being like having equal rights as in like, oh, like when you separate, what is it, inheritance and stuff like that. It's nothing to do with that. There's so much deeper issues that people kind of like look past, like FGM. Yeah, do you get what I mean? That, like, if you disagree with that, then you support feminism in a way. Do you get it? Because how come no one is like mutilating male genitals? To get it? The whole concept of FGM is to make sure that these young girls don't enjoy sex. Yeah. So that again has something to do with feminism.
You know, one of the biggest problems with the whole, like, you know how people say Islam and feminism isn't compatible. Yeah, one of the biggest problems with that is that a lot of these people that are like putting down Muslim women are using their culture to put women down rather than religion. Does that make sense? So a lot of our cultures are like proper repressive towards women, whereas in Islam, some of the things we do are not allowed in Islam anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
It's like you say Islam is like, in Islam, I'm allowed to have my own job. I'm allowed to have my own money. But if I marry a man and he tells me I need to stop working, no one will tell him that, you know, Islamically she is allowed a job.
Yeah.
Everyone will tell me, you know, don't you want your husband to be happy, you know? Why not put your job? He's the head of the home. And then they come online and say, yeah, well, you don't need feminism, you have Islam. We have Islam, but at the same time, you are not adhering to what has been prescribed. Like, you are doing what you want to do. So at the end of the day, I have Islam, it's a feminist religion, but when it's time for me to claim everything that's due to me, you don't want to give me that, you know? But you want to say, oh yeah, Islam gives you this, Islam gives you that. But when I come to you, as, say, if I go to my imaginary husband and say, oh yeah, I'd like to start my own business, and he says, no, you can't start your own business. Even if it's with my money, no one will tell my husband, you know, the Prophet did say, you know, women are allowed to do this, and Allah said this, Allah said that. Everyone will come to me and say, yeah, you know, he's the head of the house, you know, he's your husband, you need to stop working, you know. And like, I've seen it so many times, even with family members, like, they get married, they do very well, you know, husband tells them, oh, well, you need to stop working. Maybe she earns more than him, or he doesn't like her working hours, that sort of thing, you know, or you should be home with the children. And everyone pressures her into stepping down from her job or doing whatever, like, you know, it will keep your marriage together. You can't please these men, let me tell you now. You'll quit your job, he will still leave you.
Yeah, definitely.
He will still leave you, he'll quit your job, and next thing you know, she's a burden in the house. She doesn't bring any money in. Yeah. And he's left you, and the worst part is all the blame will still go on you.
Do you think there's any way to bring some of the feminist ideals or the views that could help back home? Like, is there any way to bridge that, like, to our country back home, basically?
I don't know.
Obviously, from the perspective of women, innit?
Yeah, education. I feel like living in the UK and being from like an ethnic background, being Africa or whatever. Yeah. Whatever movement happens, I feel like our parents are like, you've been living in this country too long. You get it? Like, oh, like this is the white in you speaking. You get it? Like, or my parents say to me like, oh, like, English, yeah. You get it? Like, you've got English. Anything productive or any way moving forward, like fresh new ideas that combat the negative things in our culture. Our parents see as, oh my god, look at you bringing like the British ideals to the culture. I, for one person, like, I kind of educate my parents, and I like that because I'm at the age now where I tell my parents like, this is wrong. I'm Arab, so I can tell you Arabs are racist. So obviously, Arabs are racist.
Fact.
So it's become where, like, from a young age, my parents have taught me a lot, and now I'm at the age where I'm like paying them back. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to teach you some stuff right now. Like, alhamdulillah, I've been lucky enough to be raised in a country where I have black friends. I'm educated enough to know that being racist is wrong, the most uneducated, most dumbest thing ever. To get it, so it makes me feel good though. Like, you know, when you teach friends like, oh, you shouldn't do that. This is like, okay, we have. I'm sure you guys know the word Adid. Like, I'm like, oh, I have it that, and I'm like,
you can't say
that. You can't say that, and it makes me feel good. So I feel like teaching family as well, like teaching your parents at home. Everyone thinks like, oh yeah, parents teach their kids, but you as a child, you've had access to education, you've had access to all these people around you, like these beautiful cultures and stuff. It's your job at home to be like, listen, mum, dad, that's wrong, and to get them out of their ways. I feel like parents always think they're right, I guess, in some way. They're set in their ways, and they always think, oh, I'm older than you, I'm wiser than you. you should listen to me, and they kind of dismiss the younger generation,
Like
although
your
we've
experience.
we're unexperienced, but in reality we've been exposed to so many things they've never been exposed to,
You know what's crazy?
and that's it's to advantage. Yeah.
Do you know, like, so back to that Abdi thing, innit?
Yeah.
I only found this out recently.
Yeah.
You know how like a lot of Somalis we got like names like Abdi.
Yeah, I'm not.
We're absolute idiots, you know.
Yeah, I think you might have misunderstood that one though. Maybe you might have misunderstood it, but carry on.
No. So I have my Lebanese friend to explain this to me, innit?
Yeah.
And he's Christian, so he just looked at me like, yo, like you wanna be like. He was like to me, when you introduced yourself to me as Abdi, I thought, are you dumb? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? He was like, nah. Do you know what that means? I'm then like, what? He was like, in that context alone, so
Yeah,
like,
Abdi
Abdi alone.
Slave, yeah.
It's literally just slave up.
Yeah,
And literally,
because if you change your name, it's like if it's Abdurrahman, like slave, or Abdurrahman to go. So when you're cutting off, you just basically Abdi, like slave.
yeah, slave.
Yeah, you can't just do Abdi alone.
Yeah, so literally. So like,
You have to say Abdi Fatah, yeah.
So out of context now, I'm talking to my friend's dad. And he's like, oh, what's your name? I was like, Abdi. He just looked at me in shock. Absolute shock. Like, are you sure? Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Please finish your name. And I just looked at him. I was like, at the start, just okay.
Yeah, Abdi Fatah, yeah.
Oh my days, but literally. So like, whenever I see Arabs, like the thing is, I do get what she says that Arab people are racist, but then like, it just depends on who you talk to, like which country, which like is that
let me tell you,
whatever.
everybody's racist.
Yeah, like,
everybody.
There's just some
It's
people
everywhere.
that will never learn. Like,
Never.
Yeah.
I think we just have to accept that there's a lot of people that will never accept feminism ever. Like,
Yeah.
ever. Like,
And that's
we
on
have
them.
just- yeah,
And that's
like,
on them. Yeah.
how a lot of people like to reduce feminism to a marriage issue. Like, feminism marriage is just one aspect of feminism. But because it's like the central of every African household, everything feminist is, we're trying to destroy marriage. We're trying to destroy the sanctity of marriage. We're trying to destroy, the home. And it's like, come on. You think feminists, all we care about is, who is going to cook dinner? I don't want to wash plates. It's like,
it's a weak argument.
that's one part of it. Like, times are changing. You can't marry someone in 2019 and tell her, like, your role is to wash the dishes.
Yeah, so let's see, you're married, so I want to hear like your perspective. Like, as a married man, do you feel like
If
do
you
you
have
have
your wife,
do you feel like you have more responsibility now that you're someone's husband, that you should like be more open to educating us about feminism to support her to get it?
Yeah, because like for me, I don't really know that much about like this whole like, feminism thing, so that's why I'm just kind of
I noticed.
absorbing this information. So like obviously, I believe that obviously in the relationship we should be equal. But it's very unfair. It's very unfair for me to be like, oh no, you can't work. I'm the breadwinner. Blah blah blah. But for us, because obviously we're not living together yet. I've not got that.
Because you guys are young,
experience. Plus we're still young, so we're kind of everything's coming at us quick.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of experiencing it. We're just experiencing it. And I think like obviously, I don't put that pressure on her to tell her, yo, you got to save bears, you got to save bears, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's more like just kind of take it.
Yeah, go with the flow
as we go along, and that's how it's just been for the past like it's almost 7 months now.
Yeah.
And especially the fact that you're
MashaAllah, Allah back.
especially the fact that you're living in the UK, you've experienced those conversations with people, and you know how to treat people right.
And
And the thing is, I think for us fundamentally, it's never a case of like, oh, she should be able to do this, she shouldn't be able to do that. It's more of like, oh, we know just right from wrong, that sort of thing. Like, we just do want to the way we want to do to others, isn't it? Like, we want the same reaction that people give to us.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I don't know. I think for us, it's like, we can turn a blind eye to it because it's like it doesn't affect us
It
directly.
doesn't, yeah.
But it's like
I think. Can I just say one thing as well? I think one of the like positives about feminism right now at the moment is that in our culture recently there's been a lot of like progress in terms of the whole FGM situation back home.
Yeah.
There's been recent like big protests back home as well about little girls in I don't really want to be specific about the area, but a part of Somalia there's a lot of like rape cases happening to like little girls, and there's been big protests against like the law back home because there's a part of Somalia where there's a law where if you basically rape a girl, they make you marry her basically, rather than like
there's a law like that.
Is that law? Is that more or less like?
it's like more culture, my bad. It's more of a culture.
It's
More practice. And now they did a law where they're definitely gonna go to jail straight.
Yeah.
They literally just got the law now, so that's progress. The FGM thing is progress. So obviously that's a bigger issue for us than washing plates and who does.
Yeah.
To me, that's
Exactly.
practically nothing to us, if that makes sense.
But because like that's why I said it's subjective. Like people like us, we can afford to have that who's going to wash plates conversation because I mean
the only worries that we have are the
is washing plates, you know.
Our lives are
But
not
like,
threatened. That's the
there's so many like it's so hard being a woman. Like it is even in this progressive environment. It is so hard. It's like you're fighting a constant battle every day.
Mm.
You're either this or you're that. And it hurts feminism when I see like the pick me's, you know. I serve my husband on a tray. I put the tray on my head. When if he's phone rings, I give it to him and stand outside while he takes the phone call. And I think to myself, like, do you think that they value you more or they think highly of you because of, like, when men say things like, oh, mashallah, this sister, they say it because you fit into what their mentality is.
Yeah.
If you, for instance, say you cook a lot, they like that, you know. They'll be like, oh, mashallah, this sister knows how to keep her home. The minute something out of the ordinary happens, oh, I don't want to cook today. You know,
I'm ill. I'm not
you automatically join the category of misandrists and feminists and homewreckers. Why not support your own sisters? And I think that's like a bridge between being a Muslim feminist and the rest of the pool of feminism. Because with Islam, there are certain restrictions. You know, like I'll give you an example, like the way we dress.
Yeah.
A style, isn't it? You can only see top up, yeah?
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
The way we dress, yeah?
She doesn't.
I'm sorry, man.
Yes, when I said you can only see top.
I don't know. I just thought you could see that. Bring the angle up. Bring the angle up.
You didn't even bring it up. We're going to see kids.
No,
It's
fine.
But carry on in there.
We'll edit like your legs up.
We'll try.
Black it out.
You know, when we have like our Muslim sisters like with the abaya and everything, and they're feminists, and then you get some of them who like there's different kinds of people. You know, you have Christians and they don't like cover up as much because they don't. It's not their prerogative to do so. So it's like we have to stand up for each other regardless. I can't be a hijabi feminist like saying, oh my God, you're going to hell. You know, you're not Muslim. You don't wear your scarf. Because at the end of the day, that just pokes holes and allows men
to be like,
oh my God, we're taking sides, we're doing this and stuff like that. It only enables the pick-me's, you know. Like they do some dumbass
That word
threads.
kills me. I can't lie.
They do some dumbass threads on Twitter, you know, like I don't know about you feminists, but I was raised to be a traditional wife. That's your prerogative. That's fine. If you want to wash dishes, if you want to not have a job, that's fine. As long as it's your choice. I have no right to come in and say, oh my God, you're no feminist. You're sitting at home. Being a housewife is a job on its own. So we don't have a right to come in and say, well, feminism means you must have your own job or you must have your own money. If you're comfortable being a housewife with a man that treats you well, fine.
That's up to you, yeah.
As long as
it's
your choice, yeah.
Exactly.
That's your prerogative.
It's like on both sides.
Big words.
You get some feminists, like, I took it down to them being passionate. Like, they're so passionate. They're like, oh, women must have their own this. It's your idea of feminism. But if a woman marries or is with someone that's happy to fund the bills while she takes care of kids, and that's what she wants to do, then that's fine. If you want to work and have a PhD, that's fine as well. And, you know,
it's her choice.
It's as long as it's your choice, then there's no room for, pressure or being forced to say, well, I'm a feminist. So if I'm having a feminist conversation and I tell them I'm a housewife, it somehow makes me a lesser feminist. That's bullshit, And at the same time, especially with Muslim feminists or more modest feminists, they feel like they have a higher moral standing than girls who are like who say, well, I'm a feminist, so I want to wear this and I want to wear that. But at the end of the day, if
covering up is just as much choice as as showing your body.
Exactly. The minute you take a picture and your hijab is here, you've joined the rest of the.
Yeah.
You've joined spaghetti land. You've joined spaghetti land. That's
the whole breakup.